Hello, good afternoon everyone. Good afternoon Phoebe.
Good afternoon, Sir Eugene.
Kamusta?
Okay lang po, masaya.
Yeah. And also we'd like to welcome everyone. Phoebe.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone, especially to grade 12 students. Thank you for joining us today's webinar. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the land of green and gold, Far Eastern University. I am Phoebe Ramos, an admissions officer of FEU Admissions and Financial Assistance, and I am with
My name is Mr. Eugene Benicta, the Assistant Program Head for the Hotel and Restaurant Management Department of the Institute of Tourism and Hotel Management, FEU Manila. And we
yes,
will be
and
your hosts for today's webinar. Okay?
the Senior High School Certification and Articulation Program Be Brave Resilient webinar series. Before we start, we would like to remind you the following guidelines. Invite your classmates and friends who are interested to join. Find a comfortable place for optimal learning experience. Be ready 5 minutes before the start. Note that the event will start at exactly 4 p.m. We are also encouraging you to join our official Facebook group for aspiring Tamara freshmen for you to be updated with the current news about admissions in FEU. Position your camera properly. Camera must be turned on as much as possible because we want to see your beautiful faces. Limit distractions and avoid multitasking. Mute your microphone when you are not speaking. Listen intently when others are speaking. Do not hesitate to raise your hand or chat in your question for it to be addressed during discussion time. Share your Facebook on the link we will provide during the event. And lastly, wait for your certificate of participation.
Okay, Phoebe.
Yes po.
We currently have 40 participants, and
Mm-mm.
uh, I believe we are being witnessed by senior high school students, not just all over the Philippines but globally. Okay, we have a participant, Phoebe, from Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. So we welcome you.
Wow.
Her name is Zainab. Okay, so welcome to the home of
Welcome, Zainab.
Tamaraw. And I believe we have participants from Batanes. We also have from Mindanao in Cagayan de Oro, Misamis Oriental, in Palawan, Phoebe. And
Yes.
also, hindi mawawala yung mga participants natin na NCR, specifically from FEU Senior High School. So if you want to be
Yes, of
recognized,
course.
you can comment sa ating chat box yung inyong names, the name of your senior high school institution, as well as the province or the place kung nasan po kayo ngayon. Okay? And uh, I guess, Phoebe, we're ready to begin our senior high school certification and articulation program, the first series of the Brave and the Resilient webinars.
Yes, it is actually composed of 10 lectures for 10 months. So starting this October until July, we will give lectures about hospitality and tourism industry for you grade 12 students. For you to be knowledgeable about industry can offer in the future.
Okay. Also, Phoebe, baka meron dito, they're also interested sa ibang course offerings ng FEU. Okay? So
Yes.
the purpose of this webinar is to give you knowledge about the hospitality and the tourism industry. And Phoebe, part of this webinar series as well is the admissions part, in which kahit hindi sila ganon in line with the tourism and hospitality industry program sila for college. What's good naman with this webinar is we will provide information about admissions. I believe you have sa admissions office, sa admissions and financial assistance, you have a new program. The new name of the program, you call it the space, right?
FEU space.
Yeah, can you
Later
tell
on,
us
it
more?
will... Okay po,
Ah,
sige po.
kahit mabilis lang about the admissions
Okay po.
program.
So FEU Space will replace FEUCAT or FEU College Admission Test. There will be no admission test for this school year 2021 to 2022. So we will focus on your academic performance from grade 11 and grade 12. So let's do our best grade 12 students.
Yeah, and I believe as well that your colleagues sa AFAS admissions will discuss about the
Later
policy
po.
in
Yes,
terms
that's
of
right po.
admissions as well as registration for incoming freshman students. Okay,
Yes,
so
that's right. Stay tuned.
to begin, Phoebe.
Okay, to formally start, let me call on Miss Mariel Kobakup to lead the prayer.
Let us put ourselves in the presence of the Lord. Direct our God, we beseech you, all our actions by bringing inspiration, and help them on by your gracious assistance, so that every prayer and work of ours may begin with you, and by you be complete and amen.
Okay. So after our prayer, uh, let's sing our national anthem. Okay. So, Phoebe, are you there?
Okay. For our opening remarks, let me call on the Dean of Institute of Tourism and Hotel Restaurant Management, Dr. Joy Sheila B. Era. Let's give her a virtual round of applause.
Hi, Dean.
Hello.
Hello po.
I can't seem to open my video.
Yan. Yan, Dean, we can see you po.
Webinars where we will be having a series of talks from industry experts as well as our faculty to discuss and explain further all about the potential careers and opportunities that are you can expect if you choose a profession in the tourism and hospitality industry. So at this point, I'd like to also thank our speakers, also our faculty, Dr. Christie Flores Dongle, for accepting our invitation to be our speaker to discuss the career opportunities in the tourism and hospitality industry. And I tell you that there are should I say, boundless opportunities at stake. Just to share, according to the World Travel and Tourism Council, there were about 330 million jobs that were created by the travel and tourism industry. That was in 2019 over the last 5 years. So, and this was before the pandemic, right? Of course, this year, it was totally unexpected that we had this COVID-19 pandemic. But what is promising is that the United Nations World Tourism Organization, or the UNWTO, has already launched its new tourism recovery tracker. So what is this tracker? It tracks the reopening or the restarting of the tourism industry in different parts of the world. and they're tracking the tourist arrivals, international flights, hotel bookings, and other engagements in the travel and tourism industry. So what does it mean for us? For us in the academe, we know that the tourism industry is very resilient and that we will continue to have a very strong stand in terms of providing workforce, not just nationally but also internationally. There are boundless international employment opportunities. At the same time, we are brave. Our Institute of Tourism and Hotel Management is brave that we are in fact celebrating our 10 years as an institute, and we're happy that in spite of or in this despite of all these challenges that we're facing, we remain positive, we remain resilient, and we still see the opportunities and that the tourism and hospitality industry provides. So to the senior high students, welcome. I hope you enjoyed the webinar. I hope you learned a lot from it. Here in Manila, it's raining, and we're all in the comforts of our home. So enjoy the webinar, and we hope to see you soon virtually. Take care and thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, our beloved Dean, Dr. Joy Sheila B. Era, for uh, a wonderful message. And it is really clear that the tourism industry is a resilient industry. Okay? Hindi pa tayo, or we are just resting for us to provide the best in the future. Okay? Nothing can stop us. And Phoebe, I believe you're a tourism graduate, right? Tama ba?
Yes po, Sir Eugene. I graduated last July 2019.
Yeah, and later siguro sa program na ito, we can have a small kwentuhan para uh, you can make stories about
Yes
your
po.
experiences sa
Ex
FEU.
Sure po.
Yeah,
Actually,
specific
I'm
po.
kinda excited po with the talk because of course tourism graduate po ako. It's part naman po sa aking passion. So I'm very excited po.
Okay, so moving forward with our program for today, okay, uh, we'd like to introduce our guest speaker, okay, for today's webinar. So her topic is career opportunities in the tourism and hospitality industry. Okay, so our guest speaker is Dr. Christie Flores Dongle. Okay, so let me read uh, some information about her. Okay, so Dr. Flores Dongle is a graduate or earned her Bachelor of Science in Tourism Management degree uh, in Fayette University, her Master's in Business Administration in the College of the Holy Spirit, Manila, and her Doctor of Philosophy in Management, specialized in International Hospitality Management in San Sebastian College, Recoletos. She is currently a full-time uh, regular faculty at Far Eastern University teaching major subjects and research. And she also worked for the university as an admissions officer. She was also appointed in the university as a student research council member and the institute's representative for the Center for Learning, Enrichment, Research and Student Research for Students, or CLEARS, and a member of the research committee of the Institute of Tourism and Hotel Management. She is also one of the authors of the book entitled Tourism Policy, Planning and Development, an output-based approach, under Anvil Publishing Incorporated, published recently this year, 2020. So prior to joining the academe, she used to work in different government agencies and in the private sector. So let's now welcome, Okay, let's give her a virtual round of applause to our guest speaker, Dr. Christie Flores Dongle. Hi, Ma'am Christie. Hello, ma'am. Yeah, yeah.
Afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
Good
Is my
afternoon,
audio
Ma'am
clear?
Chris.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Good
Thank you so
afternoon,
much.
ma'am.
Thank you. Good afternoon. You know naman, technical glitch na every now and then. Okay, so first of all, I am honored. Thank you so much for inviting me to be your guest speaker for today for this topic, career opportunities in the tourism and hospitality. My personal agenda for today, of course, is to give you a glimpse, no? Hold on, sorry. Hold Hello,
I'm,
sorry
yeah.
for that. Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Sorry for that. Okay. So again, my personal agenda for today is, of course, for the senior high school student, no, to give you a glimpse of tourism and hospitality industry, and of course, to help you find the best. Hopefully, no, hopefully help you find the best careers for you. Because when you talk about it, tourism and hospitality industry, we're talking about a huge, no, different and so many opportunities ahead of us. All right. So to proceed, allow me to share this to you. My first slide. Yeah. I'd like to ask this question. So of course, hindi natin kayang sagutin lahat to ng sabay-sabay, but I'd like you to ask these questions on your own, 'di ba? Because when you are trying to choose now, senior high school student, currently you're looking at different possible universities na pupuntahan natin, and of course later on you're thinking of what would be the best work kapag yan yung mga course na kinuha ko. So I'd like you to ask yourself, no, am I suited to work in the tourism and hospitality field? Okay, do
Can
I
you
like
reshare your presentation? Sorry.
Sorry. Thank you. Hold on for a while. First slide.
Sino to?
I'd like There you go. Can you see the slides now?
Yes po.
Thank you so much. Sorry for that. Na mga technical difficulties. So let me go back to my introduction to everyone. So I'm quite sure, no, I'm 100% sure that currently senior high school students you are trying to figure out what would be the best career for you. No, you're looking at the picture of which university should I enroll with. Mga ganyan na yung mga questions ninyo. But allow me to give you these questions for you to answer, no, on your syempre sa sarili lang muna ninyo, no. Am I suited to work in the tourism and hospitality field? Okay, yun ba talaga yung gusto natin gawin? Do you like working with people? Because as we all know, when you talk about tourism and hospitality, then therefore, it's really, we have to be people-oriented. We are customer-oriented. We are service-oriented. Can you provide leadership? Because we're looking at the picture of you wanted to aim high, di ba? Would you be genuinely concerned for a traveler's comfort, needs, and well-being, even if the client might be rude and obnoxious? Okay, or if you can answer in the affirmative, then maybe you have a place in the industry. Now to proceed, I gave here, I indicated here some of the examples, no, or mga current scenarios kapag nasa industry na kayo. One of which is, if the client often change his or her mind, what would you do now? What will you do now? Because it requires patience, no? And unfailingly cheerful personality. Sabi nga natin, when you're working in the industry, in the tourism and hospitality industry, bawal dito yung moody, masungit, no, that you can't afford na maging pasensyosa or pasensyosa. Okay, so you must also ask if you have this physical stamina required to carry out many jobs, because in the industry as well, no, it's not the typical 8 hours na office. There are jobs in the industry that requires you to work in a graveyard shift. There are times that you really have to work in the different environment, no, different na countries, etc. And what about if you will be involved in the people, pressure of people, such as yung mga na-experience ng mga airline ticket counter natin. No? That's one of the biggest na challenge kapag sila na yung inaaway, for example, ng mga clients. No? Although we know naman that it's not their kasalanan kung bakit nagkagano. Now, for us to be successful in the industry, we have to make sure that we have specialized training. And how can we achieve that? So, of course, we know that there are universities that can help you out, no, achieve your dream job. So, if you wanted to become a flight attendant, which university kaya would you think na magbibigay sa inyo ng mga trainings for you to achieve your goal being a flight attendant? Okay? Also, of course, dito naka-indicate, there are also on-the-job training, and even your employers later on can provide you appropriate training. And then to proceed, here, I've indicated here, personal interest and abilities are what will make jobs successful for each individual. The reason why I ask you so much questions, no, lahat ng mga pwede ninyong itanong sa sarili ninyo, kasi yan yung magle-lead sa inyo for you to achieve your dream career. So allow me to share this so many questions, no, for you to figure out later on. So compare your interest and abilities to the following list, no, and let's check if you are really ready, or it's really your path, no, to become one of the tourism and hospitality professionals. So number one here, are you self-motivated? Do you have a genuine desire to help people? Okay, do you have an awareness of the world around you? Do you have a positive attitude? Are you good at handling as a part of a team? Can you be trusted with confidential information? Are you good at organizing your time? Are you always on time? Do you have basic office skills? Do you have an interest in geography? I'm quite sure, 100% sure that you all familiar that when you talk about tourism, for example, it is a must for us to be familiar, no? For example, in the Philippines, what are the different regions, different provinces, IATA codes, the mga airline codes, etc., country codes, city codes. So are you ready for that? Kasi I've been seeing so many memes, no, sa Facebook about being a tourism student. What about for hospitality students? Are you willing now, or are you interested on, for example, different dishes, di ba, mga recipes, risk management, F&B, etc. So those are the questions, no, for you to know if these abilities that I have right now is really into or should be in the tourism and hospitality professional. But I'd love to share to you my experience later on kung paano ako napunta sa profession na to. And I'm really encouraging you to try it as well, no? Malay nyo, ito talaga yung path para sa inyo. These are the different operating sectors of the tourism industry and hospitality industry. So you might wanted to decide later on which sectors, no, would you wanted to be part of. You wanted to be working on transportation sectors. If say you wanted to work in the airlines, accommodation sector, you wanted to work in the hotels, attraction sector, event sector, recreation sector, food sector, travel and trade sector, and tourism services. So if you notice, dito pa lang sa slide na to, oh my gosh, Miss Christie, there are so many jobs available pala when I decided na dito na ako sa tourism and hospitality. Hindi na uubusan pala ng trabaho dito, okay? And the next one here, yeah, career paths within the tourism and hospitality industry. Currently, nandito kayo ngayon sa grade 12, right? And some of you might be on your grade 11. And you are now starting to figure out, should I enroll in the university or college? Should I go directly to a job and apply already for a job? Should I take vocational or take a degree, bachelor degree? And then at some point, at the back of your head, you're also thinking, na if I finish this course or bachelor degree, I wanted to be part of this company. So yan, ladder siya. Okay, so either you start with the entry-level position, and then you might move later on if you're good enough, no, in your work, with your performance, and therefore you become a supervisor, a managerial position, or in a senior executive position. And on the side, maybe you can some part of your time pwedeng maging entrepreneur naman kayo. Or if you wanted to focus on entrepreneurship, why not? No, why not? Because the tourism and hospitality professions or degree program is also a business course. So if you will look at it with meron kaming mga accounting subjects. So it's not only focus on other things. Meron pa rin tayong pinag-aaralan related to business. These are example of career paths in tourism and hospitality, sample occupation, values, and interests. So allow me to pinpoint just one lang para at least hindi masyadong maubos yung oras natin. I believe we only have 1 hour. So later on, if you wanted to become a restaurant manager, ano yung kailangan natin dito na values and interests? So number 1 here, quality. Okay? You're looking at the picture of all your performances should be in good quality. Like for example, your food and beverage products, no, the services, etc. People, you should be people-oriented. Ang hirap maging restaurant manager if you don't like talking to different people, you don't like to accommodate people. Problema yan, no? The other one, of course, leadership, novelty change, and of course, nutrition. You have to keep in your mind that dapat you are knowledgeable in terms of the product, in terms of the services, etc. So these are examples. Okay, if you wanted to look at the picture of you wanted to become ticket agent, no? Ano yung mga kailangan natin dito? So people, you should be helpfulness, you should accept challenge, it's a little bit clerical task, you do a little bit of math, travel, and novelty and variety. So these are the values and interests. All right. Now to proceed, if you wanted to work in the airline company, ano yung mga possible career available for you? So there's so many levels actually. You might wanted to start in being a reservation agent. You might wanted to become a flight attendant. You might later on you wanted to become a sales representative, a training staff. It's up to you, or a purser. It could be. No? So it's really part of our industry. I believe kasi when you hear the word tourism industry, ito kaagad yung mindset natin that we wanted to become a flight attendant. All right? Some naman would like to become a tour guide. Others would like to be working in a travel agency. Others, no, yung mga entrepreneur minds, ang gusto nila, magtatayo ako ng sarili kong travel agency after I finish this program. So yun, as mentioned kanina, maraming available jobs for us or careers. So what about you wanted to work in the cruise companies? Possible, yeah. Okay, for HRM student or hospitality students, no, majority of them talaga, they really focus on working as well in the cruise line. Aside from sabi nila, malaki ang kita, no? And of course, there's so many or variety of possible jobs or careers inside. You just have to prepare yourself, diba? Tulad ng magwo-work sa airlines, if you wanted to become a flight attendant, yung mga pag-uusapan natin later mamaya, ano ba yung mga ina-expect natin, no, kapag nagtrabaho tayo dito? One of which, maybe I can share this already to you, is of course, yung pakiramdam na malayo kayo sa family. Okay, but other than that, you will be experiencing a lot of things and you will be benefiting a lot, no? So later on, i-highlight natin yung part na yan. So you might wanted to work in the cruise companies. Look at the text there below. May kita kayo, or above rather, may kita kayo dyan sample career opportunities. If you wanted to work in a hotel and resort, yan, pwede rin naman. So you can be a representative, or resident manager, accountant, some management trainees, director of sales. You might wanted to work as an events, sales and manager, etc. So ang dami. Front office, housekeepers, chefs, cooks, waiters, bartenders, maintenance, and others. So much jobs available. Okay? What about in the resort? So it's a little bit similar, no, to hotels naman. So it depends lang on how big the company is. Okay. To proceed, you might wanted to work in a global distribution system or GDS if you wanted to be part of Amadeus, diba? That's the one also. You can do bookings, book hotel. You might do sell tickets for multiple airlines and so much and so forth. Here, kanina binanggit ko yung travel agencies. If you wanted to become part as a tour operators, tour coordinators, tourist guide, or any managerial positions, or if you wanted, sabi ko nga kanina, if you want to establish your own, diba? Maraming ganyan ngayon. And when they finish their bachelor degree, talagang magtatayo sila ng sarili nilang travel agency. Aside from what I've mentioned, these are other examples as well. Okay, so if you wanted to become a tour manager, tour coordinator, tour planner, publicist, reservation specialist, accountant in a travel agency, etc. Okay? How about for the food service? These are some of the job opportunities. It can be a head waiters, a captains, chefs, bartenders, restaurant managers, assistant managers, menu planners, and etc. Okay, what about this one, ma'am? Possible po pala, yes. Prior to me starting, or if I may share to everyone, no, prior to me being a professor or a teacher or academician educator, call it any way you wanted, I've started from the very bottom. Okay, it was my second year degree when I started working as a service crew. At that time, syempre, hindi ko pa rin sigurado where should I, hold on, sorry, I'm not quite sure pa kung saan pa, hold on, sorry. Okay. So I'm not quite sure kung saan papunta. May pumapasok na call. Sorry for that. Okay. Sorry for that. Dalawa yung calls. Sorry, naglalag yung screen. All right. So as mentioned kanina, no, when I started as a service crew. So I started from the very bottom prior to me achieving yung being an educator ngayon. So ibig sabihin, it's really open. This career is open naman for being a professor or an educator. If you wanted, no, wala namang pipigil sa inyo. You just have to make sure that you accomplish yung mga requirements lang. Like you have to, of course, experience the field, no, the tourism and hospitality profession, para it's easy for you to teach. And then at the same time, make sure lang that you have your bachelor's degree, the master's degree, and of course, if you want, diba, the doctorate degree as well. Okay. And then aside from that, you might be working as a tourism research. May ganun pala, ma'am. Yes, if you wanted to work, for example, in the different department, government agency, it might be local government unit, Department of Tourism, TPB, or TIAZA. So yes, pwede po. Okay, that you focus on this one. The other one, okay, sorry for this. Okay, if you wanted to work in recreation and leisure, of course, meron din tayong mga examples dun. You can be an activity director, a museum guide, a concert promoter, and others. Here for attractions, if you will be focusing sa mga theme parks, ma'am, possible po, yes. No, we have students that their internship program, mas pinili nila na mag-US sila, US internship. So, therefore, na-experience nila mag-work in the amusement parks. Okay? Well, I mentioned kanina the internship, no? Sabi ko nga. So, are the universities providing internship? Yes. Parang for senior high school, you have yata your immersion program for 2 weeks. It helps you to prepare, diba, for your chosen field later on. If you are an ABM, if you are STEM, more or less your immersion program related dyan. Same goes in the college degree, no, or bachelor degree. So, in tourism, for example, your internship program might be in the airlines or pwede namang sa travel agency, no? For hotels, hotel and restaurant management students, ang internship nila could be sa mga hotels, so mga, what do you call this, restaurants, etc. So, anong purpose nito? So, number one, you have to at least acquire valuable hands-on experience to supplement their academic learning, okay? Learn potential practical skills, develop professionalism, interact with segments of the local business community, and develop an appreciation for the daily operation and long-term strategic direction of a corporate and small business environment, develop a further understanding of their chosen field. Now, don't worry, no? Sabi ko nga kanina, internship is preparing you for your future. In the Institute of Tourism and Hotel Management in FEU, we have this program, yung internship program na yan. So, you are not just learning inside the 4 corners of classroom, but of course, you will be learning kung ano talaga yung kailangan sa industry. So, like for example, now for BS Hotel and Restaurant Management, we have 3 floors of hot and cold kitchen. We have Cafe Alfredo. It's an operating coffee shop. It's really it's the student who operates it, and we have suite rooms. So talagang kung ano yung ginagawa sa industry, ginagawa nyo na agad sa university pa lang. This is to prepare you really well para sa mga careers na napipili ninyo. And of course, for tourism management, we also have their laboratories. Like for example, there's training. No, part of your subject will be the information technology for tourism, wherein you will be this the professor will discuss to you about the Amadeus, and you will have certification later on. And please take note, those certifications are a big edge, no, for you to what do you call this, to be more hireable. Okay, and to proceed, so allow me to share lang to you for ITHM, FEU ITHM, we have degree programs such as BSHRM and BS Tourism Management. Under BSHRM, we have Culinary Management and Hotel Operation. Ibig sabihin, we have specialization. So you might wanted to decide later on if you will be focusing more of culinary side or you will be focusing on hotel operations. For tourism management, you may decide as well if you will be focusing on travel and tour management and events management. For BSHRM, of course, bilang binanggit ko nga kanina, lahat ng mga possible careers for all of you, we make sure that our graduates will have the following. Okay, so number 1, produce food products and services complying with enterprise standards. So, hindi lalabas ang students ng university, ng FEU ITHM, that they're not familiar what are the enterprise standards. Okay, management skills, of course, the full guest cycle service for front office, how to perform and maintain housekeeping services, risk management programs, and F&B services. Manage the operation as well based on industry standards. While the other hand here, maybe you would like to apply, the program would like also to make sure that you can apply basic techniques of culinary arts, standard safety procedure in food production, organize and prepare catering and food service events, prepare hospitality business and financial standard system, creating science behind wines, coffee, and other beverage used in restaurant and food service industry. So in short, you're ready, no? Once you're out of the university, you're ready already. Okay, so pakukuha level 2 na si BSHRM in our institute. Okay, for the culinary management track, so these are the career perspective. In short, we are looking into the picture of when we have students in ITHM, ito yung gusto naming marating nila. Okay, so meron silang dapat patutunguhan. So it's up to them now kung saan nila gustong mag-focus, but we really wanted to make sure na may career ahead of them. Okay, so these are examples. So you can be a sous chef, head chef, executive chef, line cook, head cook, etc. Okay. The other one is hotel operations track. Here's the career perspective naman. So if they wanted to focus on the managerial, na restaurant manager, hospitality instructor, you wanted to be consultant, catering manager, restaurateur, hotel manager, restaurant and food service manager, and housekeeping manager. So see, there are so many jobs for tourism and hospitality. Kanina nabanggit na for the introduction na nagpapahinga tayo. And we are proud now, di ba? The tourism industry and hospitality industry are unti-unti. Na bumabangon na tayo unti-unti. Okay. To proceed, no, I'd like to share to you some of our alumni. Yan. So, an assistant director of housekeeping for Omni San Francisco Hotel, an assistant guest service manager, Sentido Graceland Resort and Spa in Phuket, Thailand. So, these are from FEU ITHM, ating mga alumni. And we're very proud of them. No? See, ang layo na nang narating nila. Also, we have Christine Shua, pastry chef from Jumeirah Emirates Tower, Dubai. Comis de Gustin Costa Cruiser, and Mandarin Oriental Hotel. Okay. So I'd like to share to you a testimony from one of our graduates. No? So sabi niya dito, FEU ITHM molded me to become a competitive person by encouraging us to join competitions and different extra and co-curricular activities. ITHM professors equipped us with knowledge and skills that we can use in the field of tourism and hospitality. They made us discover our talents, no, and brought out the best in us. Because of FEU ITHM, I became who I am today. So that's according to Miss Christine Chua. And I really hope that one day you in your high school, if you decided to be part of our program, no, like for example, BSHRM, we hope as well that we will be part of your successful journey. The other one here, for tourism management naman, so of course, our graduates, we would like to make sure when they finished the degree, they were able to plan, implement, and monitor tours and sales activities. So if you wanted to, again, as mentioned kanina, na build your own travel agency, you wanted to become a tour coordinator, etc. So this is the best way for you. Research, plan, and conduct various tour guiding activities, develop appropriate marketing programs, and arrange the required travel services, plan and organize, implement, and evaluate MICE activities, and plan and develop and evaluate tourism sites attraction. So those, and then we are Pakokawa level 2 already. For the BS Tourism Management, there's also specialized track, which I mentioned to you a while ago. An example here is Travel and Tour Management track. Here are the career perspective. Okay, so I'd like to share to you that you may become a travel professional, government personnel officer, a professional tour guide, a sales executive, travel agent, front desk officer, gaming and sports manager, resorts manager, tour operations manager, a flight attendant, ground attendant, and tourism educator. Okay, so for events management track, these are the possible careers for you. Okay, you may be an event assistant, event planner, event manager, client service, event coordinator, and client service event manager. Okay. We have here a list of our alumni naman. So this is to encourage you all, senior high school students. So we have graduates already who were working already in the airlines. And then of course, we have also educator, no, and someone working in the travel agency and from the Department of Tourism. So these are the possible careers for you as well. Now, I'd like to share to you a testimony from one of our graduates as well, coming from someone who was born and raised in the province. FEU gave me an accommodating learning environment that brought out the best of my leadership and communication skills, lifelong knowledge, and social well-being. We were able to achieve success in our academic endeavors and produce outstanding work, yet still maintaining a healthy and active social life. FEU's core values of fortitude, excellence, and uprightness have been my guiding light and constant reminder to be the best version of myself in the things that I do and the decisions I make. So hopefully, no, sabi ko nga yung mga senior high school student participant, hopefully that you see, no, you can see yung ating potential ng institute to help you out achieve your dream. So what are the benefits in working in the industry? So number one is it's a world of opportunities. Why? Kasi kanina nakita ninyo, there are so many lists of career opportunities available. So there's variety. Napakaraming position, napakaraming jobs na available in this field. So lots of variety. You make people happy. Iba yung pakiramdam when you are giving the best service, diba? When you give yung mga favors or yung mga hinihingi at hinahanap ng mga clients natin. Like for example, if you will be working in the hotels and your customer or client were very happy, iba yung pakiramdam. Great perks. Nako, yan ang pinakamasarap sa industry natin. If you will be working in the airlines, you wanted to become a flight attendant, there's free tours, free flights for you and your family, your immediate family mo. So that's one of the perks. If you will be working in the hotels naman, you have percentage ng like for example 30% hindi mo yun lang yung babayaran mo or pwede mong ibigay sa iba, etc. Same goes with the restaurant. There's so many different it depends on the company. So much so many great perks. Another one, hospitality has history. Like for example, if you will be working in a tour guide, very prestigious yung trabaho nila because they know a lot of things, diba? They know the story, the behind story of all the attractions, for example. So even the pinakamatagal na history niyan, alam na alam nila. It offers diversity, nabanggit na natin kanina. Work with friendly people. Why? Because it is a must, diba? Sabi nga natin, we are customer-oriented, people-oriented, and therefore, it is a must that we work with friendly people. Kaya maganda yung ibig sabihin is positive, na very positive yung aura ng mga ng mga tourism and hospitality professionals. There's room to grow. Well, lahat naman ng industry meron yan, but also same goes with us. We learn from different people. We learn from different nationality. Okay, what else? Don't need experience to start. No, sabi ko nga, how do we start being a manager? So, we start from the very beginning, but if you're really good enough, then it's it's actually possible that you go fast, no? Na tumaas agad yung iyong posisyon. It's a fast-growing industry. You know already that it's growing. So, ibig sabihin, hindi talaga tayo mawawala ng opportunity. It's an all-around business education. There are discounts and connections. So, maliit lang ang industry, mukha lang siyang malaki. If you will be working later on in a hotels, magkakakilala din kayo later on. So, yung mga guest associates, may chances na malilipat sila, magkakakilala sila. So, maganda yung connections. And then, of course, you get to know half of the town and you're an ambassador. Why? Because like, for example, if you will be working in a certain hotel, yung mga branded or kilala 5-star hotel, dala-dala mo yung pangalan nila. Okay? It's dynamic and it's fun. Okay, what about the hazards? So, ito naman yung inaabangan natin kapag nag-work na kayo sa tourism and hospitality careers. So, number 1 is demanding on your time. So, binanggit ko to kanina sa inyo that you, at some point, there are careers or trabaho na mapapalayo kayo sa family and there might be chances that you will be working graveyard, no? Kasi nga hindi siya 8 hours, no? Like, for example, for a resort, for hotels, may mga graveyard shift. No? Those are example. If you wanted to become a flight attendant, there might be chances na depende sa time, no? Na time na pinatawag kayo or time nung country na pagtatrabahuhan ninyo. And then, of course, cultural barriers. Because we will be meeting a lot of people. However, it's also a benefit na sabi ko nga kanina, you will learn. No, matututunan ninyo yung different traditions, different cultures, different language. So, iba naman ang mabibigay ninyo sa inyo. Although it's a little bit challenge. High turnover rate, ibig sabihin ang bilis. Ang bilis, pwedeng may papalit, no? May papasok na bago, etc. Because as mentioned kanina, it's fast-growing industry. Okay, unpredictable because we're talking about here lean season and peak season. Not all the time we have tourists, not all the time we have guests, and of course, training. Why is it training? Sometimes it's a little bit expensive, no? Lalo kapag may mga employers na kayo, there might be chances na medyo a little bit of expensive, but malaki yung return. So, yun naman yung aabangan ninyo. Now, to proceed, here are the possible competencies. Here are the competencies that you might be needing later on. So, isa-isahin na natin to, no? Later on, bago kayo magtrabaho. No? When you are in the college now, or when you are in the bachelor's degree program na, ongoing na kayo, these are mga competencies na kailangan i-address na ninyo. So, you have there the planning and organizational skills, oral and written communication skills. Is very, very important in tourism and hospitality field. Okay, sabi ko nga kanina, we are customer-oriented, people-oriented, service-oriented. So, kailangan siya talaga. Decision-making, supervisory, management, and or leadership skills, of course. Financial management skills. There might be chances na meron kayong mga subjects, no, na merong mga a little bit of financial. And then, critical thinking, problem-solving, and conflict resolution skills. So, why problem-solving? Because kayo talaga yung mag-a-address ng mga concerns ng mga guests ninyo later on. Okay, like for example, na-cancel yung flight, ikaw na travel agent, what would you do next? Ikaw yung may handle sa isang hotels, biglang nag-cancel yung client, what would you do next? So it talks about critical thinking and problem solving. Teamwork and team building skills, ethics and tolerance skills. Sabi ko nga kanina, your patience. No? You need patience if you really wanted to work in this industry. Personal and professional skills, you know, this already. Information management skills because it will be using a little bit of technology. A little bit na medyo marami pala, hindi naman pala a little bit. Because like for example, you would be working in the hotels, then therefore, may mga operating system tayo dyan. For airlines, the reservation system. Design and planning skills, research and investigation skills, communicating, which I mentioned to you a while ago, human relations and interpersonal skills, management and administration skills, valuing skills, personal and career development skills. Now, wow, in what way? No, pwedeng ma-hire. So there are different types of hiring event. Merong roadshow, job fair na tinatawag. Merong human resource agencies, phone interviews, online interviews, company site interviews. Don't worry because in our university, no, in FEU naman, we have placement office. No, pwede tayong tulungan nito. At the same time, we have mga partners or linkages, no, mga affiliated ng ITHM. So mas madali. Okay, for locating job prospect naman, there are other ways as well. Lumang-luma na pero may mga gumagawa pa rin ito ha. Newspaper ads, no? School placement, placement agencies, personal referrals, specialized sources, and online job ads. Okay, so I think this is the last slide. I hope It's clear now. If you wanted to say ask so much questions about the bachelor degree programs, no, you wanted to know more about FEU Institute of Tourism and Hotel Management and how the institute will help you out find and achieve your career. We have here different accounts, no, social media accounts that you can reach or contact. So meron tayo dito Instagram, meron tayong Facebook as well. Yeah, so all right. And of course, I'd like to leave to you this last slide. No, this is our IDHM brand, Institute of Tourism and Hotel Management brand. Service-oriented professionals who are competent, caring, and committed. So we want all our students or graduates to be competent. No? Nandun lahat ng skills na kailangan nila, that they're ready to face the world, they're ready to find their dreams, and of course, caring. Dapat sila they love their job, number one, and they love providing service, and of course being committed now, not only to the company but also to their task or job. So that will be all. If you have any more questions, please let me know.
Thank you very much, Dr. Christie. Yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you very much for providing information about the industry. Okay, because we believe that there are some mindsets or negative mindsets, negative image ang industry, specifically today na we are facing pandemic, right? Tama rin ba, Phoebe? And it is very timely for us,
Yes.
for our industry to be empowered, to be uplifted din, okay, with what's happening. And isa rin ito sa mga nagiging barriers for our incoming freshman students na they really want the industry. However, because of what's happening nga, parang they are opting to
To
choose other
change.
careers. Yeah.
Yes.
And this is very timely for us and for our industry. So let me read some of the questions from the participants. Okay, but for the question and answer part. Okay, so thank you, Dr. Christie. If you have questions for ma'am, you can put your questions po sa ating chat box and we will read and address it sa ating question and answer portion, which is ngayon. Okay? So Phoebe, do you have a question for Ma'am Christie?
Hi, Ma'am Christy. Usually,
Hello.
ma'am, I got a question, usual question po for the tourism students. Can they become a flight attendant even their height is not more than 5'3"?
Very challenging. Well, of course, number one, no, being a flight attendant, talagang may requirement tayo na kailangang sundin. But allow me to share to you some sort of mga stories, no, with my
Mm.
colleagues. Nakapasok sila ng flight attendant even if they below 5'3" ang height, for female only ha. And that's because it's an international airlines. But for some, talagang mahirap, no? Kasi let me share to you, when I had my experience applying for Philippine Airlines, talagang required nila the height to the proportionate dapat the weight and your height, and then your eyes, no? Talagang you have to follow. Unfortunately, we need to follow. But of course, it depends on the company naman na papasukan nila. Not all companies naman are that too, what do you call this, mahigpit sobra when it comes to height requirements. Pero isa yon, isa talaga yun sa requirement. Let's be honest with each other. For being a flight attendant, height talaga is really a requirement. But not to all, no? Yun nga yung binanggit natin kanina. So I suggest, no, yun dun sa iba, you look at the list of requirements. And then why not try your best luck? Malay mo naman, no? Hindi lahat ng company, sabi ko nga, malay mo naman, even if you are 5'2" ang height, pwede pa rin. Because the most important factor there when you apply for a job is really your communication skills. Now, allow me to share to you, in Philippine Airlines, ang interview process na ginawa sa akin, they call it impact interview at that time. So yung impact interview, they just ask me to speak for about 3 minutes 3 minutes only. It's up to me kung anong sasabihin ko, and yun lang yung pinagawa nila sa akin. Okay, would you believe? So, hindi nila pinagbasehan the height and so on. Although, chinek naman nila even if you have blemishes, yung mga arms, etc., your legs, tinignan if you have scars, or kung may mga moles, etc. But other than that, talagang ang focus nila is the communication.
Oh, thank you, Miss Christie. Did you ever try to apply?
Yes, at Philippine Airlines. At that time, allow me to share, no, I'm already working in the government agency. And then I have 50-50. Ang tawag nila doon is conditional. So when they say conditional, you have to do yung suggestions nila, may mga comments sila doon. So for example, they wanted you to remove the scar, or they wanted you to lose weight. Yun yung gagawin mo kapag conditional ka. And then you decide if you go back for a training, and it's all up to you. In my case, I did not, because I'm already working and I'm thinking of wala akong budget to, at the time kasi ang pinapagawa nila sa akin is to lose my weight. It must be proportion to my height and my weight, no? Natawa yung aking mga friends dyan. I have a big build kasi ng lower part, and then a little bit of blemishes. Pero kung kayang takpan daw ng concealer, it's okay naman. But I've decided not to pursue anymore because I'm in the government agency at that time.
Okay, noted. Thank you, Miss Christie.
You're
Anyone, grade
welcome.
12 students, do you have any question to Miss Christie? How about you, Sir Eugene?
I have a question to Ma'am Christie.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Yeah, can you give some information what's really the priority qualifications in our industry? Because there are also misconceptions that na kapag sinabing tourism or HRM or hospitality, the looks are more important. But can you cite some instances that some skills matters?
Okay, that's a good question, no? Talagang may tatak na kasi na kapag graduate ng tourism, ganda daw, ano? But nevertheless, tayo may tatak tayo sa ITHM. Ganda, galing, talino. Tama ba? Because,
Plus
as
talento.
mentioned, yeah, plus talento. We've
Yeah.
got it all. Parang SM lang. We've got it all. Okay, I must say, kanina nga binanggit ko that one of the important skills, soft skills na to, important is the communication. Both the oral and written. Okay, so aside from that, of course, dapat you're good in problem solving. Yun yung mga requirements natin. It's just not beauty, no? Hindi lang yun ang tinitignan sa atin when you work later on, no? For example, talagang dapat meron ka ng mga soft skills na tinatawag, no? Not just soft skills and hard skills na tinatawag. Kanina yung binigay ko ng mga competencies, maybe they can look at it, okay, and try to figure out ano ba yung mga kailangan dyan. So dapat you have leadership skills, management skills, decision-making skills, diba? And ako, ang top priority ko talaga, no, when I look at mga applicants, no, kung tinitingnan ko dyan, lagi is the communication. Because everything will follow kung kapag kaya mong mag-communicate. Diba? Everything will follow. So, yun.
Yeah. We have a question here from Miss Angelica. So, any
Yeah, sure.
pieces of advice for an aspiring flight attendant or cabin crew?
Invest. Invest now. When I say invest now, as mentioned kanina, look at the website kung saan yung mga target ninyo na airlines, and look at the requirements. Ano ba yung mga requirements nila dyan? Of course, your vision, diba? It's 50-50, 20-20 vision rather, complete set of teeth, fair skin. You can do what you call survival skills, diba, for the swimming, etc. Communication is number one. So invest right now. So kung meron kayong mga nakikita, kasi sabi ko nga kanina, yung iba kapag talaga nag-a-apply sila, no, we had a training sa internship last week. Ang speaker namin is from Saudi Airlines. She mentioned, no, kung paano siya nag-apply for Saudi Airlines. Dumating daw sa point na pinaglalakad ata sila, pinagtatry na ipa-reach, no? So ngayon pa lang, i-check na natin kung ma-reach natin yung mga bagay-bagay na yan dun sa requirement ng height natin. So those are examples. So might as well invest now. So kung may mga scars, merong mga pimple marks, etc., may mga moles, no? So invest not only your physical looks as well, pero sabi ko nga dun sa mga problem solving, communication. So those are my advices. Actually, yun talagang advice ko dyan. So investment. You invest to yourself now. If you really wanted to become a flight attendant, invest now to yourself.
Okay.
I think Miss Angelica is preparing to become a flight attendant. That's why she asked that question.
Yeah,
po.
I love that. Ako, we would like to see you flying. May preferred ka ba na
Yes.
airlines?
And another question, maybe most of our senior high school students are somehow hesitant lang in terms of
Sure.
asking some questions. But I believe uh, isa sa mga considerations nila when choosing a program for college is the future sweldo. 'Di ba? Na parang is the
Mm-hmm.
tourism and hospitality industry can provide a competitive
Yes!
salary in the
Yes! Oh, ang big yes ako doon,
Yes.
di ba? Hindi ko na siya pinatapos. So, competent the salary, yes, I must say. Sabi ko nga, bukod na sa sweldo ninyo, you will be receiving perks, a lot of perks. Oh, sabi ko, I have friends working in the hotels na nakakatuwa because we can really have free accommodation because of them. Meron silang, I don't know how they call it, I forgot the term. Uh, they have this percentage, no, parang employee percentage na pwedeng yun lang, yun yung coverage nila na pwede silang magstay sa hotel for free and then these are only the amounts that they will be paying, etc. Same goes in the restaurant. So aside from your sweldo, no, aside from your sweldo, talagang marami. Sabi ko nga kanina dun sa topic natin, you will be receiving great perks. If you wanted to become a flight attendant, there's free flights, no, for your family and you. If you wanted to become a travel agent, you may have free tours. 'Di ba? Laging pasyal-pasyal ka diyan habang ikay nagtatrabaho. Ang sarap. Ang sarap. So, 'yon. I think I already answered your question.
Yeah. And any last word for our senior high school students, Ma'am
Okay.
Christie?
Last words. Dream high, fly high, spread your wings, no? Open, make sure that you look at the different opportunities. Don't close your doors and your mind into just one picture lang. Like for example, kasi tourism ako because I wanted to become a flight attendant. What will happen kapag hindi mo na-achieve yun? So there should be always a plan A, plan B, or plan C because we'll never know. But of course, never quit. No? Never get tired of trying. Kasi there's so many stories na kung nagbabasa kayo ng Fly High Manila, na mga vlogs, no? It was mentioned there, ano yung mga different experiences ng mga travel agencies that they tried applying for a couple of times. And then on the fourth time, on the fifth time, that's the only time, no, na naka-achieve nila yung goal nila. So never quit, no? If I'm believing you on words, spread your wings, no? Sabi nga natin, I'm into flying because nasa tourism field ako eh. But if you really wanted to work, for example, for the hotels naman, di ba? Make sure that you give out the best na service. And love yung ating pagbibigay ng serbisyo because that's part of our industry, no? Yung sabi ko nga, remember the terms that I've mentioned to you. We are people oriented. If you're in the industry, you should be people oriented, customer oriented, and service oriented. You should love giving service to other people. Okay? So that will be all.
With that, thank you very much, Ma'am Christie, for a very informative talk about career
Yes.
opportunities in the tourism and hospitality industry. And
Thank you.
we are sure that there are some students who were inspired by your talk, and
Yes.
our participants are not just composed of students who are eyeing to take hospitality and tourism. Actually, we have participants, their first choice is accountancy and medicine courses. Okay? And isa naman to sa mga objectives natin to introduce our
Mm-hmm.
industry. Okay? And marami kaming natutunan with in terms of what uh, what the future awaits in the industry. Okay, so
Yes.
before we ask Dr. Christie to leave, okay, may we award the certificate of appreciation, okay, to Dr. Christie Flores Dongle, so our colleague. Let me share uh, this certificate. Okay, can you see ba?
Yung certificate po?
Apa. Yes po.
No po, yung awarding
Yeah.
of certificate
Yeah.
of, yung face mo lang, sir.
Okay. Yeah, that's me. Ma'am Elaine, patanggal po muna nung ating...
Sir,
ah,
nakikita ko po yung certificate.
okay. Okay. Sige. For a while, stop share. One more. So let me award the certificate of appreciation. Okay, so Far Eastern University Institute of Tourism and Hotel Management awards the certificate of appreciation to Ms. Christie Flores Dongle for her valuable contribution as guest speaker during the Senior High School Certification and Articulation Program Brave and Resilient webinar series with the topic Career Opportunities in Tourism and Hospitality Industry. So given this 14th day of October 2020 at Far Eastern University, Manila, signed by our Dean of the Institute of Tourism and Hotel Management, Dr. Joy Sheila P. Era. So thank you very much, Dr. Christie, again, and uh, we are hoping for the best in our industry. Okay, and
Yes.
saludo kami sa mga tourism educators like you. Okay, in spite of what's happening. Okay, as our mantra for this year says, diba? We are brave and resilient. Truly, our industry and our institute is really brave and resilient, just like our educators. Okay, it's our pleasure to have you this
Thank you so
afternoon.
much.
Okay,
Thank you
so
so much, Miss
Thank you.
Christie.
Thank you so
yeah,
much.
okay. So before we proceed with our next part of the program, actually we have this is a two-part webinar. Okay, so our first part is our learning series or our learning part, okay, our lecture part, in which Dr. Christie talked about the career opportunities in the tourism and hospitality industry. Okay, let me ask you, Phoebe. Okay, since you are a tourism alumna, okay,
Yes, sir.
isa rin sa mga reasons kung bakit our participants attended this webinar is they want to have some tips. Uh, and since you had first-hand experience with FEU, with FEU ITHM, okay, how does, parang beauty contest, how does FEU ITHM, specifically our institute, help you to become a better person, to be the best person that you are right now? And aside from the curricular activities, is there somehow extracurricular activities that help you as well to become a
Okay.
successful, gorgeous, beautiful lady?
Wow. Wow, Sir
Yeah.
Eugene. Okay, I'll share my experience when I was a student in college. So, I joined an organization which is the FU Guides of Shelter Guiding and Ushering Committee in the university. So, I'm a tour guide in there. Even though I am not into arts and artworks, culture, I just love to talk and give information to the people, and it molded me and became a better version of myself. Actually, for 4 years of studying in FU, I decided to work here because give and take. FU gave me 4 years of opportunity, knowledge, and then for after I graduate, I decided to help them give back what I've learned and to help them. um, I actually want to give help to them because they gave me opportunity and make me a better version of myself po. So
Yeah.
my tip for the students is during your college life, enjoy. Just enjoy every minute, every day. And I highly encourage you to join organization, even if because FEU offers more than 60 plus organization that will help you improve yourself, and it is lined in your passion or interest po. So
Ayo.
joining organization will really help you to become a best version of yourself.
Yeah. So no
Ayan, so
doubt
biglaan
you're
na. So,
currently working na, 'di ba? Kaya rin na-absorb ka ng university.
yes po, actually, joining organization really helps me, and FEU witnessed that. That's why they help me, and they, ano po, hinire po nila ako. They hired me as an admissions officer po.
Not to mention yung mga knowledge na natutunan mo. Okay?
Yes, actually, Sir Professor po kita and si Miss Christie. And both of you are really kind and caring to your students po. Like, your passion is really to give service to your students. That's why I salute you po. Oh!
Bumawi ka naman doon. So thank you very much, Phoebe. So I guess with that, dahil nagbuhatan na tayo, okay, we can proceed with the second part of the program.
Okay po.
Okay, the
To give
admissions
you
part. Okay.
Okay, to give you more insights and knowledge about FEU, may I introduce to you my colleague. She is also an admissions officer of FEU Admissions and Financial Assistance, none other than Miss Angelica Gianan. Let's give her a virtual round of applause.
Okay.
Okay, good afternoon. Can we share our slides, Sir Yuj?
Okay po, Ma'am Elaine. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Miss Angel from the Office of the Admissions and Financial Assistance Office, and I would like to welcome all of you to the land of the green and gold, Far Eastern University. So next slide. We have this, actually you have many reasons why you should make it to FEU, pero let's summarize it into 10 reasons why you should make it to FEU.
The university is surrounded by lush greenery, which makes the environment very pleasant.
Participating in various student organizations has given me a wide variety of leadership skills.
The teaching methods, along with the learning culture, has made me well equipped to top the board exam.
We can experience a variety of extracurricular activities throughout the semester.
English is used as the medium of instruction in most of our classes to help prepare students for work both here and abroad.
As faculty of FEU, we engage in ongoing research, encourage scholarly discussions, and contribute in academic publications.
I was able to get a job right after graduation thanks to FEU's collaborations and industry partners.
The University Student Exchange Program gave me the opportunity to study in another country, to broaden my horizon, and to experience new cultures.
Connectivity is available in every part of the university, from the classrooms to the parks, canteens, and even the hallways.
The university is well equipped with specialized learning spaces such as nursing rooms, a mock hotel, and even a TV studio. This gives you a close to real-life experience.
I really believe that FEU can bring out the best in all of us.
So once again, good afternoon and welcome to the land of the green and gold, Far Eastern University. Before we start, I have one question. Are you ready for the future? Are you still wondering about what degree to take in college? Or you're still undecided? You may want to consider these factors to help you make a responsible and informed decision. Ask yourself, what skills, knowledge, attitude do you have right now? Or you can also consider your dream job. Do you have your dream job? Or the next trending career for the next 5 years? Those factors can help you decide what degree program you should take. And FEU offers various degrees to help you achieve your dreams. To give you a brief background of the Oasis of U-Belt, FEU was founded on the year 1928 by Dr. Nicanor Reyes Sr. During his time, accountancy was a profession solely for foreigners. So our founder paved way for the Filipinos to have the opportunity to become accountants as well. FEU is also the first university in the Philippines that was established by a Filipino for Filipinos. Our founder, Dr. Nicanor Reyes Sr., is also the first certified public accountant in the Philippines to earn his doctorate degree in Columbia University. Besides that, Dr. Nicanor Reyes Sr. also opened the university thinking of beginning with the future in mind. This might seem confusing at first, yes? So we'll be showing a short video to explain it better.
Here in FEU, we stand for future-ready learning. For continued education, not just for our students, but also for ourselves. Because by learning more about our students, we learn how to be better educators. For educational innovations. Because better, more responsive teaching techniques that put emphasis on learning instead of just passing. Help our students be better prepared for the future. For turning knowledge into wisdom, not just accumulating it, so we can fulfill the potential of every student to be a future leader, and not just an achiever. We are FEU, and we stand for a future-ready generation. We stand for future-ready learning.
And there you go. Since its founding, FEU has always been adapting to the needs of the times. Needless to say, when Dr. Nicanor Reyes Sr. started FEU, he was beginning with the future in mind. As time goes by, there's a bigger need for graduates to be, of course, globally competitive, and with the future-ready learning, FEU students are ready for what the world has to offer. Keeping future-ready learning in mind, FEU followed these core values in order to be ready with what the world has to offer. A true-blooded Tamaraw has fortitude, excellence, and uprightness in mind and in heart. Now, supposedly, we have top 10 reasons on why you should make it to FEU. You were able to watch it a while ago, but let's just condense it into 3 reasons why you should make it to FEU. First, we have innovative learning. Second, vibrant campus life. And the third reason, of course, is high employability. First reason, for innovative learning, we have collaborative spaces for both online and offline. For online, we have this Canvas, which is a learning management system used by universities like Brown University, Georgetown University. So let's discuss Canvas in a more in-depth matter in the future slides. For offline, which hopefully you future Tamaraws will be able to experience soon, we have state-of-the-art laboratories that will help you hone your skills and of course help you learn more by putting what you learned in the 4 corners of your classroom into actual practice. This also encourages the students to have a project-based collaborative learning. Next, we have Wi-Fi access points all over the campus, including the parks, the corridors, and even the hallways for you to be able to do and, of course, pass your homework online, answer quizzes, conduct online researches, and even link with your friends through social media on the go. We have also DLEC. DLEC stands for Digital Literacy, Effective Communication, and Critical Thinking Program. This will equip you with the 21st century skills needed in today's global workplaces by getting you think first, of course. We're able to think logically, you can express yourselves clearly, and you can use digital tools strategically. We have also green spaces, which we hope that you'll see and experience very soon after this pandemic. This will provide you with a breather after a challenging examination or this will help you squeeze out creative juices for a major project. Study shows a correlation between an open and green spaces towards your better mental health and cognitive development. If you want to be a top-notch researcher or scholar, honestly speaking, do you love research? Probably yes. Our faculty have doctorate degrees, just like Miss Christie, who can mentor you. So we have research fellows from Nagoya University, Michigan University, Linden University, who may lead you to do trailblazing research. Of course, here are some of our innovative learning images. So here are some of the facilities that you'll expect once you will be able to enter the campus. Rest assured that the university always update our facilities in order to adapt to the changing learning landscapes. So guys, going back to this canvas, I've mentioned a while ago, FEU's objective in using Canvas is not to replace the classroom. So this will help you. Canvas helps us to enhance our, of course, our studies. So it focuses on organizing communication between students and teachers. So just like Cornell, Harvard, UC Berkeley, Yale, and the University of Sydney, FEU's learning management platform is Canvas. Actually, FEU is the first university in the Philippines who signed in the Canvas and started for school year 2017-2018. So you can also download the Canvas app on your smartphone and use it download learning materials. So you can download it. You can submit assignments through your Canvas accounts and even take quizzes. Just a trivia, just this August 2020, so FEU has been recognized as the most innovative universities worldwide, joining Harvard, Stanford, Massachusetts Institute of Technology. FEU is the only Philippine school included in the global top 100 most innovative universities worldwide. So, in the interest of everyone's safety, there's no face-to-face classes for this first semester of school year 2020-2021. All classes are being done through the three modes of learning. So, first mode of learning that we have this mixed online learning or MOL. Second is asynchronous online learning or AOL. And we have the third learning modality, we have the total analog learning or TAL. So the first learning modality that we have is the mixed online learning, which is a combination of synchronous and asynchronous learning. So what's the difference between the two? Synchronous learning is a form of learning and instruction that happens at the same time, but not necessarily in the same place. This means that your classmates and facilitator may meet in a specific virtual space at a specific time. This may take the form of video conferencing on the Canvas platform. On the other hand, we have asynchronous learning, which happens at your own pace. Your facilitator may provide a variety of learning materials which you can access in your own time and space. These materials are given through Canvas and may include academic text, video lectures, of course, learning modules, and assessments. So mixed online learning is highly recommended for all kinds of learners as it will, of course, provide the most amount of teacher guidance. So you need to assess yourself kung ano ba yung learning modality na best for you or suited for you. We have the second modality. We have asynchronous online learning. This option is recommended for highly independent and responsible learners, since this requires more responsibility as you are responsible for accessing and accomplishing the task within a specific time frame. So you need to be responsible if you want to. This is asynchronous. And the third learning modality that we have for some students enrolled this year who find it hard to search for a stable internet or signal or Wi-Fi, total analog learning is the best option for them. For TAL, all learning materials will be compiled into a USB and couriered to the student. So there are no regular meetings, only scheduled consultation, minimum of 4 scheduled consultations. So to continue with the second reason why you should make it to FEU, may I now give the floor to Miss Marielle Cobaco. Miss Marielle?
Good afternoon, Miss Angel, and everyone who are watching this. So I hope you're having a great day today. So to continue, second reason on why you should make it to FEU is vibrant campus life. So in FEU, we believe that learning goes beyond the classroom. That's why we encourage our students not just to excel academically, but also in their field of interest or passion. In FEU, we have 60 plus accredited student organizations wherein you can join and hone your skills. Okay? So meaningful student leadership. Our vibrant campus life is powered by our dedicated student leaders who were recognized by CHED, or Commission on Higher Education, as a national awardee of 10 outstanding students of the Philippines. So this award is only given to those students who excel both academically and in their extracurricular activities. Okay? In fact, FEU Manila and UBD Liman holds this consistent record of producing outstanding students or leaders since 2013 up to present. Okay. Next is district sports and cultural program. If you are into arts and sports, FEU is a UNESCO heritage site, and both the Tamaraos will rev up your school pride and spirit through its dynamic culture and sports program. In fact, FEU has the highest record of championship in men's basketball among all UAP schools since 1938. Okay, so going back to our university, FEU was awarded or dubbed as the oasis in the middle of Manila's hustle and bustle. So you can see in the photos, FEU has open and green spaces, contrary to what you usually see outside the campus and in Metro Manila. And for trivia, FEU was awarded or recognized by UNESCO for its cultural preservation of Art Deco buildings. That's why FEU is also dubbed as the living museum. In fact, architecture students from other universities visit our campus in order to study the Art Deco building. So if you want to see it for yourself someday or after this pandemic, you may book a free tour with our FEU guide. So as mentioned earlier by Miss Phoebe, they are the official tour guides and ushers of FEU. So if you have time, you may visit our campus for you to be able to see the state-of-the-art laboratories that we have, our facilities, and of course the UNESCO Heritage Awarded campus. Okay? So for more inquiries, you may visit their Facebook page, FEU Guides. Okay? So before we move on to the third reason on why you should choose FEU, let's first have a recap. So again, first reason is innovative learning. Second reason is vibrant campus life. And last but not the least is high employability. So FEU's strong reputation in producing employable graduates will put you ahead. So actually, FEU is among the top 5 universities included in JobStreet's annual employability survey that tracks whose graduate companies want to hire. Okay? So we have partnered with top 100 companies to train you during your internship, which can be a plus point when you apply to them in the future. So we also have a program called Work and Travel, wherein you can have your internship outside the country. So you can have your on-the-job training in USA, Japan, Thailand, and in Vietnam. So FEU has produced leaders in various industries, so we'll share to you some of our top or prominent alumni, including the late Henry C., Ramon S. Alfonso Yachenko, and if you are familiar with the CDO products, food products, CDO comes from the word Corazon Tyrone, which is the founder of CDO Food Sphere. Okay, so FEU is very proud in our consistent board top-notchers in different fields, including in accountancy, architecture, medical technology, and in psychology. So this shows the quality of education FEU can provide, the learning strategies that we use, and the assistance that we provide when you of course in the actual board exam. Okay, So awards and citations. So besides having a state-of-the-art facilities and highly competent faculty members like Miss Christie and Sir Eugene, we also have accreditations to prove that what we are showing you is not just for show. So FEU has an autonomous status designated by CHED or Commission on Higher Education. Our program of Bachelor of Science in Business Administration was credited by CHED as Center of Development. Our teacher education program was credited as CHED Center of Excellence. So Center of Excellence is the highest award to be given by CHED to any programs offered by college or university nationwide. So here are more accreditations that we currently have and more required in the future. So besides that, we also have accreditation for all of our programs. So for the level 4 PACOCOA accreditation, we have the following degree programs. So for those students who are watching this please feel free to take screenshot of the important slides for your future reference. Okay, for level 3 ASCO accreditation, we have Bachelor of Science in Nursing. For level 2 PACOCOA accreditation, we have the following degree programs. Okay, so before we proceed with the programs offered, please take note that FEU does not have a bridging program. So you may take whatever courses you want to pursue regardless of your strand in grade 12. So if you are in UMS and you want to take business courses, it's okay with FEU. Okay? So our programs offered is divided into 7 institutes. So to start with, we have the very first institute established in FEU, which is the Institute of Accounts, Business, and Finance. So under this, we have Bachelor of Science in Business Administration with 5 tracks, Bachelor of Science in Accountancy and Internal Auditing. Again, for those students who are watching this, please feel free to take screenshots of some slides for your future reference. Okay, for the second institute, we have Institute of Architecture and Fine Arts. Under this, we have Bachelor of Science in Architecture with three tracks, Bachelor of Fine Arts major in Studio Arts, and Bachelor of Fine Arts major in Visual Communication. For the third institute, we have Institute of Arts and Sciences. Under this, we have Bachelor of Science in Applied Mathematics with 2 tracks, Bachelor of Science in Biology with 3 tracks, Bachelor of Science in Medical Technology, and Psychology. So these are still under Institute of Arts and Sciences. So we also have Bachelor of Arts in Communication with 2 tracks, Bachelor of Arts in Language and Literature Studies with 2 tracks as well, Bachelor of Arts in Interdisciplinary Studies with 3 tracks, Bachelor of Arts in Political Science, and Bachelor of Arts in International Studies with 2 tracks. For the fourth institute, we have Institute of Education. So under this, we have Bachelor of Elementary Education, Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English, Mathematics, and Science, Bachelor of Science in Exercise and Sports Science, major in Fitness and Sports, and Management. So we also have Bachelor of Physical Education and Bachelor of Special Needs Education. So for the fifth institute, we have Institute of Nursing. Of course, we have Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Okay, so for the sixth institute, we have Institute of Tourism and Hotel Management. Under this, we have Bachelor of Science in Hotel and Restaurant Management with 2 tracks, and Bachelor of Science in Tourism Management with 2 tracks as well. So for Institute of Tourism and Hotel Management, all the opportunities are already discussed by Ms. Christie. Also, they also have, I think, last year, they have a student exchange program wherein they deployed 3 of our students in South Korea. All expenses are shouldered by FEU. So if you want to see your OPA in the future, maybe you can apply for the program if ever you apply in FEU in ITHM or Institute of Tourism and Hotel Management. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, we have 7 institutes. So for the last institute, it's the Institute of Law located in FEU Makati, which is an extension campus of FEU Manila effective 2018-2019. Okay, so these are the facilities you'll expect once you enter the campus. Okay, and aside from Institute of Law, FEU Makati also offers degree programs at their Institute of Accounts, Business, and Finance. So FEU Makati has Bachelor of Science in Business Administration with 5 tracks, Bachelor of Science in Accountancy, and Internal Auditing. Okay, so FEU is very generous in giving scholarship grants. These are the 3 main scholarship grants that we offer. First is merit-based scholarship. Under this, we have entrance scholarship and academic scholarship. Please take note that for the entrance scholarship, the policy for this is still being polished since we do not have an entrance exam for the next academic year due to pandemic. So, you may check our Facebook page, FEU Admissions, for further updates regarding entrance scholarship or the Facebook page of financial assistance. Okay, so for academic scholarship, you need to render at least 1 semester for this one to be qualified. Benefit for this is full tuition or partial tuition discount depending on your grade. So next is needs-based scholarship. So these are for those students who really want to join the FEU community but are financially challenged. So FEU is here to help you. We offer LEAP scholarship and tuition discount. For LEAP scholarship or long-term educational assistance program, qualification is if your family income is not more than 100,000 yearly or annually. Benefits are full tuition plus assessed miscellaneous fee plus allowances. So you may apply for LEAP scholarship if you qualify for the qualifications needed. Okay, so for tuition discount, qualifications if your family income is not more than 360,000 annually or yearly, benefit is full tuition. Okay, so last but not the least is service scholarship. So from the name itself, this is for those students who render service for FEU. So these are for the athletes, cheerleaders, and members under FEU President's Committee on Culture. So FEU President's Committee on Culture recently changed their name into FEU Center for the Arts. So if ever you want to search them in Facebook, that's the name na po. Okay, so in short, this service scholarship is for those talented students. They have talent in sports, acting, singing, dancing, and even playing musical instruments. This is for you. So benefit for athletes and cheer dancers is full tuition plus assessed miscellaneous. Benefits for members of cultural groups is full tuition. Okay, so aside, these are only internal scholarship. We also have external scholarship offered by our generous partnered companies like Mega World, Ayala Foundation, SM Foundation. We also have government scholarship like DOST. So for more information, you may check out our message FEU Financial Assistance Facebook page. Okay, so for those grade 12 students who are watching this, for our online registration procedure is the following. So, okay, so after you accomplish the application form, you may now pay the application fee or processing fee of 500 before you can acquire or receive your application result after 1 to 2 weeks time. Okay, so due to the pandemic, we recently launched FEU Space, which stands for Student Placement for Admission to College Education. FEU offers a meaningful space for everyone. The student life cycle can evolve as it syncs with young adults developing identities, needs, and purposes. The FEU space accepts senior high school graduates and graduating students who have interest in exploring their multiple competencies and skills and who have an open mind to thrive in diverse and inclusive campus life. So FEU Space for the year 2021-2020, FEU Space will replace the FEU College Admission Test or FEU-CAP. So again, we do not have an entrance exam for the next academic year, and we will focus more on the academic performance of the applicants from their grade 11 and 12. So for those grade 12 students, make sure you do your best for this academic year. Okay, so for those who are in the South area, we also have a branch in Silang, which is the FEU Cavite. Okay, so these are the facilities you'll expect once you enter the campus. Okay, this is near Tagaytay, so medyo malamig dyan sa campus. So for FEU Cavite, they have Bachelor of Arts in Communication, Bachelor of Arts in Political Science, Bachelor of Science in Information Technology, Medical Technology, and Psychology. They also have Bachelor of Science in Hospitality Management, Bachelor of Science in Tourism Management, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, Bachelor of Science in Accountancy and Accounting Technology. Okay, so for those students who are watching this, may we request you to answer the student information form, the one highlighted up, for us to be able to acquire your contact details to give you the latest updates from FEU. I think Miss Angelica also sent the link in the chat box. So before we end the webinar, kindly make sure you answer the student information form. Okay, so if you have any inquiries or concern, please feel free to contact us through our phone numbers. So we accommodate from Mondays to Fridays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. only. So make sure you screenshot this one for future reference. Okay, so you may also get in touch with us through our official website, www.feu.edu.ph, or you may email us at admissions@feu.edu.ph, feu-makati@feu.edu.ph, and admissions@feu-cavite.edu.ph. For scholarship concern, financial_assistance@feu.edu.ph, and the following Facebook accounts. So before we end the discussion, we are now open for question and answer call. Do you have any questions?
Okay, I believe most of our participants have questions in terms of admissions. Okay, so feel free, ask some questions. Yeah, I believe siguro wala na silang questions. If they have questions naman about admissions, our representatives from the Admissions and Financial Assistance Office provided their Facebook accounts as well as their email addresses, in which you can contact them through those contact details. So thank you very much. Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Angelica and Mariel, the colleagues of Phoebe.
Yes. Thank you, Miss
Thank you so much
Angelica
for having
and
us.
Mariel, for that very informative and interesting talk. Miss Angelica and Maria, is there anything else you wanted to cover before our wrap up, or do you have any pieces of advice to our participants?
For me, Miss Phoebe, since dumaan din tayo sa pagiging high school, so, and my advice is that the students should get the most out of your senior high school experience. So it is important to focus on your academics while of course also spending time exploring your passions and friendships. So be yourself as you navigate senior high school. Enjoy nyo yung pagiging senior high. Try to get out of your comfort zone a little bit and try out for a sports. Perhaps you can join choral. So this will help you discover new passions and maybe even make new friends. So aside from that, siguro stay true to who you are. So, senior high school is a time of working, di ba? Tama, to become the best possible person you can be while also exploring your interests. Keep trying new things until you find something that you really love. And most important, ito yung tumatak sa akin, to keep your eyes on the stars, but make sure to put your feet on the ground.
Yes, wow. What a great message from Miss Angelica. That's right. Make more memories. Kasi after you graduate, you will miss all of them. How about
Yeah.
Miss Marielle? Do you have any pieces of advice?
Your studied since almost all the university will focus more on your academic performances. So make sure you do your best. And I hope to see you in the home of the Tamaraw since we are also graduate from FEU and we totally enjoyed our time there. So rest assured that you will enjoy it too. So as a proof, we're still here in FEU because we really enjoy it. Okay, so I think that would be all. I think we covered all of it. So thank you so much for having us, and I hope to see all the participants in the future in our university.
On
Okay,
behalf
once.
on behalf of the Office of the Admissions and Financial Assistance, thank you so much, ITHM Sir Huge, for inviting us in
Yeah.
Yes
your
po.
webinar. It's such an honor. We are very honored po to be here sa event niyo po.
Of course, ITHM is so blessed as well and honored to have you. And for the information of everyone, these three gorgeous ladies that you can see in your screens are ITH products of ITHM, and they uh, are we are very proud of what uh, they have become right now,
Wow.
and they can share to you their experiences maybe some other time. So as Phoebe said a while ago, it is a 10 episode webinar series, okay, composed of different topics. You can also join in our November episode, okay, next month. So before we end, we will like to have some announcement lang, Phoebe. Announcement and the evaluation. So this is a free webinar with free e-certificates. So
Yes, wow.
yeah, so for you to have uh, your e-certificate to be sent to your email, so kindly accomplish first this evaluation form. Okay, you can scan it. Okay, pwede niyo pong picturean, then you scan, or you go lang to tinyurl.com/articulation program. Then it will be directed to the post evaluation for us to ano rin, to improve on our next episode. Okay. Also, invite them, Phoebe, for our to like ITHM's official social media accounts.
Yes, you can also follow us on our Instagram, FU_ITHM.
And for our Facebook page, so we are hoping that you will like and follow. It's FEU Manila Institute of Tourism and Hotel Management. And we are inviting you to also join our group. It's the Aspiring Tamaraws, Aspiring FEU Tamaraws page. Just we will be sending the link to your email address, and for you to be updated with the news about ITHM, about admissions, and the registration procedures. And don't forget to use our hashtag for this year. Phoebe, anong hashtag natin? Hashtag
Brave and resilient ITHM, a decade of ITHM excellence.
Yeah, part si Phoebe and Angelica and Mariel sa 10 years ng ITHM. That's why we have a hashtag this year, hashtag a decade of ITHM excellence. Okay, so we would like to thank everyone for joining this first series, our senior high school certification and articulation program, the Brave and Resilient webinar series. So to end, sabay-sabay nating kantahin, okay, ang ating FEU hymn, Your Future Hymn. Thank you very much, guys. Okay, and that